Summer in Chicago, sadly, is considered violent black teenager season in Chicago by a lot of Chicagoans. It kicked off early on Sunday when about 100 or so violent black teens descended on downtown, specifically the Streeterville neighborhood, menacing residents, culminating in the shooting of a... No, I'm sorry, you didn't interrupt anyone else. This is a very important question that a lot of people in Chicago are very concerned about. That culminated in the shooting of a tourist pushing a baby.
Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha, and let me just put this out here, white people, this is why black people play the race card, because while y'all don't always say it, y'all think it. And like this man, he actually had the balls, and I credit him for actually saying it. However, if we're supposed to be living in this post-racist, homogenous America, probably shouldn't actually specify race. Now, I don't mind if you do. I'm just pointing out the fallacy on if you do. All that shit about we're people and there is no race, it's just a human race and I don't see color and all this hogwash that motherfuckers be saying is bullshit. Because why they don't say it and you don't verbalize it, you think it like this guy. He just had the balls to say it out loud. Now, me personally, I believe in specification of race and or ethnicity of people. If I tell a story about a clerk at a gas station and he got pissed off by something I said, I specify his ethnicity. Maybe he was Indian, Arab, Ethiopian, because in America, if you don't specify it and you just say a person, some things will be left to be answered. So you specify it so people don't have to actually feel their way through the story. They can follow. Especially if I call this guy a fucking terrorist and he's Indian, which would still be inaccurate, but you get what I'm saying. Not that I do YouTube, I don't do that shit. It's just that was an example. So I'm assuming this guy was using violent black teenager season because he was trying to be specific. Even though I have reason to believe in a city like Chicago, which is majority white, it's probably more violent by other people, namely the whites. But to specify that it's black season, I mean all actuality, while I don't condone shooting at a tourist or pushing a baby down, they probably was shooting at the ops. I'm just put that out there, which is still egregious and appalling. They shouldn't be doing that, right? However, let's stop making it, sir, like there's the black violent kids attacking everybody of every ethnicity. They're not. They're playing cowboys and robbers with each other, chasing down BDs and GDs. So I think you specifying it really was, I don't know, probably a Trump reporter. They getting comfortable now that Trump is in office. They just letting it all hang out. And I'm partially like with that. Like if that's how you feel, get it off your chest, because I don't like to guess who's racist and who not. Now I'm not saying that this dude is racist. And like I said, he could just been specifying it because he was trying to make a point. However, that whole notion that people don't see color and we're all one race and yada 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 that Caucasians be using, yeah, stall us with the bullshit, especially when most of them think like how you just said. Like it doesn't, like this is one thing that I hate about America, that people think, and this is white folks, namely think that if they don't say the shit out loud, that we don't think that they mean that. They use coded language most of the time. So when y'all don't say it, we still know you think it. As I've gotten older, I have a feeling that white people play the world like corporate America. A bunch of snake ass, lying, friendly, smiling people that think one way but act another way. And black people are good to pick up on intuition. Not only that, we're good on body language. 95% of communication isn't verbal. So you can say you don't believe in race and we're all the human race and all this monkey shit, but your body language helps us like understand what you really mean. This guy right here, just he bypassed body language. Fuck it, let me just get it off my chest. It's the black kids is violent. It's causing the fuckery during the summer seasons. I'm one of those people, call me a conspiracy theorist. I'm one of those people that don't believe that. I don't believe that it's black teenagers, black gang members doing all that damn shooting. 16 people get shot in the park. 25 motherfuckers got shot on Memorial Weekend. I don't believe it. I honestly believe that maybe they are shooting each other and playing cowboys and robbers. But I think that Chicago PD, FBI, anybody, look, I don't put it past the government. They got all these realistic latex masks that look like black people. I would not be surprised if a racist or a cop or a race soldier didn't suit up, him and a couple of his buddies get into a vehicle and spray a whole bunch of black people to make it look like the black people are overwhelmingly shooting at each other. Now, I ain't gonna lie, there are gang members and there is gang violence. But I don't believe that 100% is done by black people on black people. I think there's a manipulative hand in the bullshit to keep the fuckery going up, because if there isn't gang violence, the police ain't got no job. Let me just put that out there. And all the people that's in law enforcement think they sweet. They don't think that a nigga be thinking about this. Yeah, crime is a racket. Meaning, if I can actually instigate one side against the other, have them foolishly going back at each other, and all the while I'm actually the instigator, then I got people to arrest, because there'll be subsequent retaliation against the people I just gunned down or shot at. So that means there's more people to rein in. More people to rein in means more bodies in the criminal justice system. More bodies in the criminal justice system means more bodies for mass incarceration. More bodies for mass incarceration means more employees to put together, I don't know, IKEA furniture, make cakes, package goods for factories, and subcontract private prisons, rake the governor's leaves out of her yard, all types of shit. Yeah, law enforcement, just in case you listening, you ain't that sweet and you ain't that smart. Like my dad used to say, you ain't that smart and I ain't that dumb. And we already know that privatized prison is a big industry. It gives Joe Bob's cousin a job. It gives manufacturers some employees that they can pay dirt cheap next to Mexicans. Going back to the original topic, I don't believe that, you know what I'm saying, people actually believe the shit they be saying. I think they say it as it pertains to race, how they don't see it and yada yada yada. Then when we make mention of racism, it's we're using the race card. So I respect this guy for actually specifying his racism and his true intent on what he meant. In any event, if y'all like this video, even if I did go off the rails on a tangent, correlate it and bring it back, like, comment, and subscribe, all that fly stuff, and I'm out.